Hi, we are here with Toni, who has recently completed the Midlife Method and done a fantastic job and got amazing results. And so we're here today just to talk to you about what you experienced during your time
Yeah.
working with us. And I guess the first question is, why did you decide to do the Midlife Method? What were some of the challenges you were experiencing?
Yeah, I think probably I noticed over the last 10, possibly even going back 15 years, my weight had just crept up. I've never been particularly big, but I just got to the point where I just felt puffy, lethargic, and just a good stone, if I'm honest, heavier than what I'd been previously. And all my usual tricks, start a diet on a Monday, flat tummy by a Saturday, and all of that you do in your 20s just wasn't working anymore. Everything I tried wasn't working. I was going to the gym, I was doing the spin classes and the HIIT classes and stuff, and it just wasn't moving. All my tried and tested methods didn't work anymore. Now I'm in my midlife, post menopause actually. So I was just like desperate. What can I do? What can I try? And there's so much stuff out there, podcasts, Google search, and it's all just conflicting advice and guidance. And you get to a point where you've read stuff, and I love to read, I love to listen, I want to educate myself. And I just thought, well, I'm more confused than ever because often it conflicts each other. So I just wanted, to and I just needed to do something. I could just see, fast track to retirement. We don't have kids. We're fortunate enough. We've both got good jobs and we want to travel and just, be as fit and healthy as possible for as long as possible to enjoy the second act.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that was what I was kind of experiencing, and I just thought now's the time. I have to do something. And it's weird, you can put it off, but you just need to wake up one morning and go, today's the day. It has to be first day of the rest of your life. It's time.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. And you kind of touched on there a little bit about why now? Like, why was
Yeah,
it a good time to do something about this now? But can you just explore that with us a little bit more? Obviously, you said about
yeah,
retiring and traveling.
yeah. I think yeah, I just want to be in the best shape that I can possibly be for as long as possible. And I'm just conscious, the weight does creep up. You know, um, we might get health conditions. I've been fortunate with good health so far, but it's just that preventative, really. It's just about taking care of you and looking after you, and then being in the best place to enjoy everything that hopefully will come in the next chapter.
Mm.
Mm.
I just wanted to jump in there actually. A question that I wasn't necessarily planning on asking you actually.
Mm.
If you don't mind me asking, how is it making you feel actually at that
Yeah,
you're experiencing those challenges? How is that making you feel, Tony?
yeah. I think it was a combination of probably hitting perimenopause, and even just sort of 5 years ago, it wasn't as well known and understood and talked about. And I just felt, there was probably some symptoms that were probably down to perimenopause that I hadn't really appreciated. So, brain fog, obviously the physical symptoms, etc. And I just didn't feel myself, and I didn't really understand why. And I just knew I needed to do something, but it was just kind of like, where can I turn to? I actually took a sabbatical and went touring all around New Zealand. I remember I listened to your podcast on repeat actually on my train journey into Waterloo, and I remember you talking about one where you'd been off traveling to try and sort yourself out, and the reality is you and your head are still in the same place. So surprise, surprise, I get myself over to the other side of the South Island of New Zealand, came back, I had no epiphanies, nothing changed. Had an okay time, but that kind of change I wanted to see, actually, I probably needed to do the work back home with a little bit of structure and a framework. And I just didn't know where to start. And I think that's what I've got from this program is a practical, easy to follow structure that's not complicated. Yes, it's backed by science, but in bite-sized chunks that you can dip back to. And it's just made the difference really for me. I've been searching for the last 15 years to try and find something. I'm willing to put the work in. I just needed a bit of guidance and help my way, structure to navigate my way through what I found to be sort of quite a challenging time, and to get back to feeling myself again, which I now do.
Yay,
Yay.
amazing. You've touched on there talking about spending quite a long time looking for solutions and doing a lot of
Yeah.
research.
Oh God.
What was it about
Years of,
our program that you thought, yeah, I'll choose this one?
I don't know. I think it was, so Instagram, I think you kind of popped up, and I love the little bite-sized clips, and I clicked on that and I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. So you can do the follow button, can't you? And so obviously I was getting them in my feed. And then I listen to lots of podcasts because I do a lot of traveling for work, and I found your podcast there. So to go down through the backpack catalogue and then the Facebook community. And I love how the fact, you do a lot of content, and it obviously costs your time to do it, but great for us. There's a lot of free content that you can just kind of get your head around, and you could start to get a sense of, and it just resonates. It's like you practice what you preach. You can see that you do, but in a non-preachy kind of way, really. It's just like having a conversation. I don't know you, but it feels like with friends and the community that you've created, it just feels like that. So it feels like a safe space to kind of share what you've tried and not's working, or you've had a bad week, or you just get that. So I guess, and to be honest, probably, my one regret is I didn't start it sooner, because I probably did all that following and sort of dipping my toe in for a good sort of 6 to 9 months, and then just decided, bang, that's it. And so I think I signed up over Christmas, ready to start in January, and I was so ready then. And that's my one regret, actually. Why didn't I do it as soon as I kind of thought, yeah, these are the people that kind of talk my language and make sense, and this is going to work for me. So, but yeah, hey, whatever, I didn't, but I've done it now, and delighted with the results, and obviously continuing because it works for me.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, that
you.
really means a lot to
It
us
really
as
does.
well.
It really
And it's
does.
really interesting for us to hear the journey, and because sometimes, with social media, it can feel like you're speaking to an empty room, right? You put stuff out, but you never know. But so it's great to get that
No,
feedback.
it does, and it's like I love it. Something that's, it might just be a couple of minutes or just a quote or something, and it's just, I don't know, that works for me. And in a, like say, in a just quite a relatable way.
Good.
It's
It's
Thank you.
not your
fantastic.
shiny TikTok, all the filters and everything, and you just
Oh, I think we're
do
very
they
real.
really look like that?
I know. I know, and that's what I think. I can't actually imagine doing all that work. I think I've said that on one of my TikTok reels before. I can't actually imagine plastering myself up with makeup just to do a TikTok reel every day. I'm like how long does that take? The whole process. I'm like sweaty out of the gym. Here I am. Like that's it.
Yeah, and it's and again, now I'm on the academy piece. I'm kind of I took the advice, and I was like, whoa, look at all these videos, and I started, what sounds good, what sounds interesting, and then I've got this little notes there now, and I rate them in terms of how hard it was, how long it was. Just give me a sense, and I'm working all my way through that. But you can see what I love about, and I'm absolutely gasping for breath. You guys are too. You're doing it there, and we can kind of,
Yeah.
you're not just there with your perfect hair and makeup. Obviously, that's you, James. Perfect hair and makeup going, yeah, I'm not really doing this. I'm just telling you to do it. We're all in it together, aren't we?
100%. What's
Oh,
the point otherwise? So Toni, what were you actually looking to achieve when you started the Midlife Method? Was there anything
Yeah.
really specific?
Yeah. So I originally, it was all about, I want to shift the weight, which I've done, but I actually got way more than I thought I would. I knew as part of that I would learn more about, the exercise that works. I wanted to be smarter, not that harder. I haven't got time to be an hour and a half in the gym, and I've definitely learned that. It doesn't have to be, it consistency is key, and continuing to build on what you've done. And I've definitely noticed the program stepping up now as I'm continuing to do them. But I've learned way more about the nutritional side of things, and I kind of, I'm of the old school where, over the years I've tried everything, but probably Weight Watchers and Slimming Worlds and that whole, here's some sins that you can treat yourself to, and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas now, I actually surprised me that actually, with just a bit of structure and guidance, and the the PDFs that we get as part of the program, that you can quickly put your own meals together and stuff. My husband's a great cook anyway, so I was kind of showing, this is kind of how I want it to be. And he's lost a couple of kilos as well. He didn't need to, but he has. And so that side. But I think the thing that's really made me think I want to continue on this journey is all the mindset stuff. As a psychology grad, I'm fascinated by this anyway. But for me, probably the one standout thing that I think, is just part of my life now. It's a daily habit, and I won't ever let it go. Is the morning routine stuff. Is the no social media. I don't even pick up my phone. My phone just sits by my desk when I'm working at home, and I don't even switch it on till I log on at 8 o'clock. That's my time in the morning to do my gratitude, my intentions for the day, do my HIIT or my strength training, have a decent breakfast, and just get my head ready for the day. And it's just amazing how it sets you up for the day. And I'm like, and all of that kind of stuff, I didn't know that I was going to get out of it. And yeah, so much more than that. But yeah, originally the start was I wanted to lose 4 kilo, which I've done now. And I kind of felt I wanted to do a little bit more, and that's kind of like my next goal now that I'm working on. But yeah, all the other stuff is actually probably the stuff that's more exciting than the weight loss. It's just how it's made me feel.
I love that.
Mm.
And how has it made you feel? How has it made you feel?
I just feel loads more energy, excited for the future. Every day is a new day and you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, etc. Just way more positive and excited and hopeful, and just, yeah, it's changed my life.
That is
Changed my
music
life.
to our ears. That is music to our ears.
Yeah.
That when we set out with this, like we knew we could do the weight loss part.
Yeah.
It was really about the other things that you're talking about there.
Yeah.
The mindset.
But that was the bonus for me, because I just thought, oh, people are achieving results, but this is the bit that actually I'm most excited about. Weight loss is the byproduct in a way.
Exactly.
Great, but it's the byproduct, because it's
about
all of that other stuff now. Just like, we got a good social life, and just being able to think, Mark, I am going out for dinner tonight, and so I'm sensible the day's running up. I don't starve myself. I have my normal breakfast, my normal, I've looked on the menu beforehand, and I'm kind of like, that sounds really nice, or I might share a pudding, and then I'm back on it the next day, and I'm like, and that's just seems sensible and obvious, but actually it wasn't to me. And I've been able to maintain the lifestyle that we have and continue to work towards my goal, which is just brilliant. It almost, sometimes I think something's going to go wrong, because it all just seems to be working, and I'm making the progress that I set out to make and stuff. But no, it's not. It's because it's not rocket science, is it? It's just sensible, practical. Do the work, you'll get the results, and you can still have fun, and it doesn't have to take over your life and take up half your day, or you can fit it in around your lifestyle.
Yeah,
It's all about the balance.
It is. It's completely about the balance.
All
it's
about
about
the balance.
enjoying life, but enjoying it perspective of doing the things that you enjoy and you want to do, but also having the results that you want.
Yeah.
Like you said, building that view of like actually being excited for now and for the future, and being much more positive.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
And Toni, you said obviously you lost the 4 kilos
Yeah.
that you wanted to lose. Was there any other results that you feel comfortable sharing? Like any other physical results? Anything you noticed?
Yeah, so I've lost body fat. I've lost inches. I've always I actually think is like traditionally pear shaped, and you know I've bought I dropped a dress size, and just I actually feel comfortable in stuff that I'm wearing now. Um, and picked things that I would never have picked before. I did one of these sort of style refreshes with John Lewis, and it was the first time I've ever been in where I've had a load of stuff on a rail, and I've tried on different things that I would definitely have avoided before, and they're like good now because my shape's changed. I'm toned. I'm still the broadly the shape I am, but I'm toned, and I just feel amazing.
Wonderful.
Amazing. So finally, what would you say to anyone else that was looking to achieve a similar goal or thinking about the program?
I would say it really is. It's going to work. And I think initially I sort of panicked to it. So I signed up, and then everyone was losing loads more weight, and I wasn't initially. And it took about until the 4 week mark, and it sort of all kicked in. So I would just say, and invest in yourself. You're worth it. It is going to work. Just trust in the program and the structure. It's backed by science. It's worked for others. You're not going to be any different. And it's enjoyable. There's a great community of support available for you. And just go with it. And don't wait 6 or 9 months like me. If you're thinking about it, do it now because you can benefit earlier.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
So I would absolutely not hesitate to recommend. And, I think I've shared with you, so I actually paid quite a lot of money to be a member of an expensive gym. I was doing loads of exercise, and I lost the square root of NAFL, £0 in 12 months. And, this has been actually, I probably exercise less time, but it's just in a more bite-sized, structured way. It's consistent, and combined with the mindset stuff and the nutrition stuff, it's the whole package just works, and it's there. It's all on the app. It's easy. It's at your fingertips. You can quickly go over stuff if you need to again. It's just simple, effective, and it works. So no need to look anywhere else. It's here.
Oh, thank you so
Toni.
much, Toni.
Just big grin on my face.
know.
It's I would never ever take these, like, we're so grateful for you jumping on and doing this. Like, you don't
No
know
problem.
how much it means to us, because it's real life people with real stories that people can relate to. We can go out there and say what the results are, but it's special people like you agreeing to share your story that inspire other people. So this is going to be such an inspiration for people, and people are really going to relate. So we're very, very grateful that you've
Hey, no problem at all. Delighted to do it because it has worked. It's nice to give back, isn't it? I've got so much out of this. So, I want to shout it, share it from the rooftops.
Bless you.
All the ladies and the guys who wading through treacle and then just can't find it. Stop the search. It's here, all laid out for you. Just need to put the work in, but it's easy, straightforward.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you so
Toni.
much.
No
Toni.
problem.
I'm just going to pause this. That's
Okay.
amazing, darling.